in blocks, Zaria Ragler, and then, of course, Emily Londot, the Big Ten's leading point getter.
Emily Londot has been outstanding, clearly leading the Buckeyes in kills. She's their go-to attacker. She has 423 kills so far on the season. The closest one behind her, to put it in perspective, is 188 kills from Chelsea Thorpe. So if that goes to show you how often they rely on Londot in the front row.
She'll be up on that left side. Referees for this match: Charles Fleet, the first referee, Brian Hemmelgarn, the down ref, line judges Kiprian Harasimowicz and Robert Fenn. Official scorer is Michael Chandler. It'll be Sarah Sue Morbitzer with 17 aces on the year to serve. Michigan State looking to win its fourth straight match. Buckeyes trying to take back-to-back matches. And away we go from the Cavelli Center. Julia Bishop off to Amani MacArthur. And the top hitter on this Michigan State's team gets it started in the front row. Last weekend she had 16 kills, just 2 attacking errors. To serve will be Taylor Hold'em, the co-Big Ten Freshman of the Week. Emily Londot steps into it. Turned back by MacArthur. Second time, hits the antenna. One of the biggest things that Jen Flynn Oldenburg talked about coming into this match, the serve-pass game.
Exactly, and you know, Ohio State has struggled a bit with their passing earlier this season, but it's so crucial to get that under control so you can get a great setup for attackers like Emily Londot.
Tuman for Ragler, and there were no hands at the net. An attacking error on Ragler. Michigan State gives the point. They got a major diving dig there by Nalani Yosia. Second year in East Lansing after 2 at Texas. She's 4th in the Big Ten in digs per set. Hold'em's third serve strikes the nylon, and that's how Ohio State's on the board first.
Ohio State has gone through a variety of starting lineups so far this season, and that's fairly common when you have a younger team with a lot of newer players, whether they're transfers or true freshmen. And so it's been a bit of a struggle for them to find that one lineup that works perfectly, whether it be injuries or giving new players a chance.
Yosia dug out a Londot long-range spike. And the back row, it's met by McClure. Ragler. Too strong, and it's 4-1 Michigan State. Well, the Spartans, the 7th scoring offense in the Big Ten. And defense is one of their strong suits. Nalani Yosia exemplifies that, a senior out of Torrance, California.
As you said, defense is a strong suit, and it doesn't hurt when they have some of the top attackers in the conference as well. It makes them a pretty well-rounded team.
Londot on the right side connects off the block. She's coming off her second career 20-20 match, 25 kills, 21 digs. Heard that's pretty good.
That's outstanding. She's such a leader for this team, and you know, she uses that experience that she has as a Buckeye, and she's taken some of the younger players under her wing.
Stanishevska rings one wide. She's a freshman out of Warsaw, Poland. So Ohio State within 1, but you go back to Londot, 2-time All-American, and with a roster that's had a lot of youth this year, she's added a nice presence along with Riley Rader and company.
Definitely, and you know, there we see an ace from Londot. That gets the Cavelli Center rocking. But you know, as you mentioned, Riley Rader, another one of those great leaders, so it's tough to go without her, especially in a competitive match like this. Beautiful serve we see from Londot.
Just dropped it right in the bucket. Tied up at 4 in the first set. Bishop, the dish, the spike by Kulig. Londot keeps it off the deck. Sparty reorganizes, and they collect the kill. Evie Duzema, 2nd on the team in blocks, 3rd in hitting percentage, and she's going to come right out after giving Michigan State the lead.
Michigan State has come out really strong, and as we touched on, it's a packed house tonight, so they are definitely surrounded by Buckeye fans everywhere, but they're coming out really strong and holding their own to get things going.
Chelsea Thorpe into the match, tried the tip. Staniszewska denied. Lauren Murphy leading the stop. What you see here?
You know, I love just the reading that Murphy has of where the attacker is going to go. She has a great, court vision. She's able to get herself in great placement.
Diving save by Tooman and a back bump by Ragler. Here's Aaliyah Moore, rolls it through. Off a nice feed from the junior setter, Rachel Meisinger. And there's the two-setter system of the Spartans working to fruition at 6-5.
Talk about court placement. Moore right there, she was able to read right over the block, and sometimes that soft touch just right over the block is all you need to really throw off Ohio State's defense. They struggle sometimes when they're expecting a stronger attack and they get a tip.
Met in the back on the line, Staniszewska. Moore taps it over. Morbitzer a bump pass. And Murphy has one that strikes wide left of the sideline. This is one of the things that Michigan State does really well. Third in the conference in opposing hitting percentage. Teams are just attacking at a 182 clip. Staniszewska goes to the service line. She's a part of the Polish national team. Here's a joust at the net. Poked away by Kulig. Ohio State gets the point. So Lauren Murphy's going to come up to the service line, and she's got a wicked serve, as Jen Flynn Oldenburg calls it, fourth in the conference in aces. She had 7 on Friday against Minnesota in the 4-set loss. That's tied for the most in a Big Ten match this year. Yosia retrieves it. Moore lines one up and gets it to fall. The power and precision of Aaliyah Moore.
And Coach touched on that it's such a bummer when Lauren Murphy doesn't get the point after one serve because they think, we could have potentially just had a run of points in a row with her behind the service line. And that's exactly what we saw there. She was only able to get one serve in.
Zuzana Kulig served it. She's played all 6 matches of her career in the last 2 months, has really assumed a starting role. And there's MacArthur again. Off the double block and down. It's a 3-point Spartans lead, and you hear her teammates chant, Mani, Mani. She's been crucial up front.
Great placement again, as we're seeing Emily Londot not quite able to read that one. She was a little too deep.
Third assist for Rachel Meisinger. Tooman the dish, Brandewie the roll shot, and she's got it to fall. Eloise Brandewie pulls the Buckeyes within 2.
There was a touch on that one, so she was able to secure the kill. Only the second kill for the Buckeyes so far. The Spartans have 5. Buckeyes are hitting in the negative, so they haven't quite figured out their offense so far in the first set, but it's still early.
Londot kept it off the table. Meisinger to MacArthur. And she went over, a double hit. And OSU sends Taylor back to serve. Maybe it hit MacArthur back on the carom?
Yeah, that was a tough one. At first I had wondered if they were going to call her for being in the net.
That Taylor serve, a little too much juice. Tight roping that end line. It's 10-8 Spartans. Now Julia Bishop, she is now 30 assists away from 1,000 in her career. She's going to serve with a sea of Jen Flynn Oldenburg t-shirts behind her. And that's a lob serve from way beyond the end line. Londot goes up to get it, and it pinballs down for a Londot kill. That's her second. Now we just saw Bishop kind of a lob serve about maybe 10, 15 feet back beyond the end line. What do you think the advantages are of that?
You know, I think they might just want to mix things up, try a different angle, but Buckeyes, again on the board, have tied things up now. Really starting to hit a groove, and you'll notice sometimes Ohio State has a slower start, but once they find their groove and they find that momentum,
that's really when it gets going. The deception there from Taylor Hold'em. Buckeyes snuff it out, and Londot gives OSU the lead.
Talk about finding your momentum. Once Emily Londot gets hot, things start getting dangerous. She has 3 kills now for the Buckeyes, and she's just warming up. She goes right around both blockers for a cross-court kill.
Yosia punches it up. Tuman crafts one up for Londot, and she's got it to go. Emily Londot really getting in a rhythm. Makes it a 4-0 Ohio State scoring run.
4 kills now for Londot.
And Michigan State's got it coming back. Second service error for Ohio State. And Taylor Hold'em's going to come and serve. Michigan State trying to stay in front. They've won 7 straight sets. The Buckeyes coming off a 3-1 win over Indiana. Jen Flynn Oldenburg calls it the most complete game they've played this year. Londot off the give and go. Cross-court winner. 13-11.
She's finding a lot of success cross-court. 5 kills now. Michigan State has got to figure out how to at least get a touch on that block to take a little bit of power off of her swing, because she is powerful.
Mia Tuman sends it away. A bump pass by Bishop to Staniszewska. Murphy. And it's dug away by Hold'em. A rejection at the left pin. Murphy and Ragler were there to tool it away.
Buckeyes able to secure their biggest lead so far in this first set.
That's going to be huge to take a 3-point lead in the early stages.
Definitely, especially when they were trailing in the beginning of this set.
Amani MacArthur rifles one through past Sarah Sue Morbitzer. That's 3 kills on 5 swings for MacArthur.
And MacArthur can really put it anywhere, because we'll see her hit it deep to the back line, and then we'll see her just put it just past the 10-foot line. So she's really crafty with it.
Emily Londot rifles one home once more. 6 kills for the 2-time All-American.
Wow. Emily Londot, explosive so far in this first set. Now she'll go back to serve, so the Spartans will have a little break from her in the front row. However, they set her up frequently in the back row as well, so you never really get a break from Emily Londot's attacks.
They've been moving her side to side. Chelsea Thorpe knocked one down. Staniszewska tried it. Nothing doing. Here she goes again, and it's met with the block of Ragler and Murphy. Touched at the net by Michigan State. Ohio State with a point. 3 blocks, and it results in a 16-12 Ohio State advantage. Timeout, Michigan State.
Get another look at that swing. Initially, the line judge did call it out, but the down official said touch at the glue of Ohio State's offense. And maybe I could even argue entire team with her leadership and her all-around talent.
The genesis of her career started out Big Ten Freshman of the Year, 2-time All-American and 3-time All-Big Ten. Mia Tooman pops it up for Thorpe, and it's off the double block of Michigan State. Zuzana Kulig and Evie Duzema. It takes 2 for the block.
So there's that coach's point that we said is so important to come out of the timeout and get a point back, because now Michigan State has a little bit of opportunity to continue to close this gap.
Rachel Meisinger, 7 straight matches with 14-plus assists. Landot from 10, and it's read well by Yosia. Thorpe with some miscommunication bumps it over and out. Michigan State within 2. So these coaches' points really starting to add up right off that Johnson taken timeout.
Definitely, and that was, like I said, I think the perfect time to take a timeout, because, I mean, Ohio State was just explosive.
That one sails over the end line from Meisinger. She's been alternating the setting duties with Julia Bishop. Usually it's a 2-setter system for the Spartans. What do you think are the effects of that?
You know, I think it really depends on the team and what works best for their rotation. I think sometimes certain attackers can connect better with certain setters. So the way you can organize your offense can be that your attackers are lined up with the setters that they perform best with.
A tough assignment there for Kulig. She had to block it off Landot right from the middle, and a solo block from the freshman out of Cherzano, Poland. Staniszewska will serve it away. And that one's over the end line. So Ohio State extends that lead to 3. Now, how do they sustain it and try and take that one?
You know, I think the Buckeyes are heading into one of their best rotations when they get Emily Landot back in the front row. And she's really key. Once they can set her up in the front row, that's when she's lethal.
She sets it up. Tooman with the dump play.
And that dump by Tooman will be enough for the Spartans to call their second and final timeout of the first. Co-Big Ten Freshman of the Week, 5th in the Big Ten in assists per set, almost 10 assists per set.
And she missed a pair of matches due to injury. She's still 17th all-time in assists, and she's still a freshman. Chelsea Thorpe rises and fires and finishes off the double block. Chelsea Thorpe in her second year, a first-year impact maker, second on the team with just under 2.3 kills per set.
She has her second one so far of this set. She's right behind Emily Landot, who has 6.
And Landot cannot save it going into the seats. A kill for Michigan State breaks up a 3-0 scoring run. That's a major response for Sparty.
It is, and that was needed because, as we said, Spartans already took both of their timeouts that they had available here in this first set.
They got out to an early lead, but now being out-hit 148-100. Here's the service by Kulig. And Kulig's going to rack up the ace. An ace for Michigan State. That is their 141st of the year. Looking to try and mount a comeback, their 7 straight set win streak in jeopardy. Kulig back to serve again. Hit a career high 583 on the 3rd of November against Maryland. Morbid serve the dig. Tooman, the cross corner pass. Thorpe went to the back row. And now they'll reset. Thorpe tries it again. And it's over. Zuzana Kulig for the Chelsea Thorpe kill. That's her 3rd. I
really like what I'm seeing out of Thorpe so far in this first set. I know we talk about Londot because she deserves all of the hype we give her, but Thorpe, she's been outstanding, and I love the energy she brings to the front row.
Sydney Taylor serves it. Meisinga dishes, more spikes. Emily Londot from long range. Couldn't sneak it through. Here come the Buckeyes. It's Brandewie. Pancaked alive by Londot. And we've got a good rally here. MacArthur finishes it off. The powerful transfer from Charlotte finds the bottom for the fourth time today. Over her last 3 matches, Amani MacArthur has committed just 4 attacking errors. And now Julia Bishop to serve. 3 assists for her today. She leads the team. Londot the tip, and she's got it to fall. The deception from Londot.
And that's what happens with experience. You begin to learn how to read the defense because everyone's expecting Londot to go all out with a big swing. So when defenses start to figure her out, that's when she gets crafty. 7 kills now for Londot. She has over half of the team's kills. Buckeyes have 12.
Taylor Hold'em responds. 2 kills on 9 swings. And a side out for the Spartans. That's a tight window for Hold'em.
It is. That was a great placement.
2-minute range is over. Left it back for Taylor. Bishop, MacArthur juggles it over. The overpass to Londot, and it's inbounds. 8 kills for Londot. Off that outside hand, too, for Londot.
She can really do a little bit of everything.
And how tough is that to get it off the outside part of your hand and still keep it in?
Right, because you have so much less control when you're hitting with that part of your hand, but she's able to make it happen.
Is that kind of a muscle memory thing?
That's what I would think.
Just so used to it. And so is Yosia. She's dug out many serves in her career, and she serves this one just a little bit over. It's set point number 1 for the Buckeyes.
Everyone in the Cavelli Center is up on their feet for set point. And who better than Londot to be behind the line as she has led the way throughout this first set.
Yosia, Bishop, Kulig, down goes Tuman. Murphy for set 1 victory. A diving dig by Hold'em. A block, but a Michigan State point. Off the double blockers, and Michigan State's got the kill. It's Duzema.
There you see the student section. I've never seen this one before, the taking the shoes off, but we'll see if it worked.
Ragler had it shoveled away. A block for Zuzana Kulig, and MSU not going down easily. They're within 2.
They're not hanging in there.
That's 2 solo blocks now for Kulig. Meisinga with her back to the shoes. Chelsea Thorpe. And a diving dig by Yosia. Whistle blows. Set 1 belongs to the Buckeyes.
We have a net violation for the Spartans. Buckeyes come out on top 25-22. Emily 8 assists and 6 digs. So just an outstanding player.
Londot had one wide. And Michigan State strikes first.
And they struck first in the first set as well. So they hung in there throughout, even when they had fallen behind 4 points. They were still sticking around.
Londot with a rocket. And she's got her 9th kill. Had to go up high to get it too, Hannah.
Definitely, and she's one of those players. I said MacArthur can kind of swing anywhere on the court. Londot's one of those players too. You'll see her go cross court. She'll hit the back line. She'll hit the same line that she's attacking at, so she can really place it anywhere, which makes her so dangerous.
Amani MacArthur right on cue. It was almost identical to the time you said her name. She picks up kill number 5, and she's hitting 500.
She was the leader for Michigan State in the first set with 4 kills.
And now an ace for Sparty. It's a 3-1 lead for Leah Johnson's crew. Johnson coming from Illinois State after 5 seasons for the Redbirds. This year, Michigan State, her second year, picks up her first top 25 win over number 13 Penn State. There's a kill up front for Rachel Meisinga. The setter getting in on the action. And Grace Kelly as well on the kill. She's second on the team in kills per set.
And that is Kelly's first kill so far tonight.
Tuman off the serve, dishes to Londa. Couldn't roll it home. Long bomb, inbounds for Taylor Hold'em. Sneaks it inside the corner line. She puts a lot of speed on the serve. Across for Londot, tipped down by MacArthur. A solo block for Amani MacArthur. She's 6th in the Big Ten in that category. And a timeout by Ohio State of Rachel Meisinga and Julia Bishop with 13 combined assists. Ohio State has 9 assists from Mia Tuman, 1 as well from Chelsea Thorpe, Sydney Taylor, and Zaria Ragler. Hold'em with a 6-1 lead, serves it. MacArthur off the tape and on the floor. Amani MacArthur makes it a 6-0 scoring run.
You know, we talked about how important it is to come out of a timeout that your team has called and get that point back. Buckeyes unable to do that here, now trailing by 6.
Bishop ranges over, back passes it for Duzema, dug out by Taylor. Here's Londot, snuffed out and bottled up by Yosia. Londot ready to roll, and a dig to her right by Hold'em. Here's Kelly on the tip. Tuman on the dump. And Hold'em saves it. Tuman reorganizes. Londot rolls it through, and she finishes. Emily Londot pulls the Buckeyes within 5 after a ferocious rally.
That was the best rally that we have seen so far tonight at the Covelli Center. The longest rally, but also so many diving efforts to keep the ball in play.
Here's Kelly, off of Morbitzer, and Grace Kelly's got kill number 2. She's added a spark for Michigan State off the bench.
She certainly has, and they're using this spark to stay hot throughout this second set.
Ohio State in the first set snapped Michigan State's 7 straight set win streak. Londot with a blast. And it's out of bounds. It signaled a Michigan State point, no contact at the nylon. And the Covelli Center all of a sudden silent.
Yeah, this is when they could use that energy.
7-1 MSU scoring run. Down 1-0. Londot's tip goes wide. And it's now an 8-1 scoring advantage for Sparty. They're holding the Buckeyes to a 104 attacking percentage. Adiosia is going back to serve. Third most digs in the Big Ten over the last 2 years after transferring from Texas. Tuman crashes over, and Zaria Ragler punches it through.
We'll see Ragler swing again. Her first kill so far of the match, and as we've mentioned, she is playing in place of Riley Rader, who's suffering a lower leg injury.
And an ace for Londot. Back-to-back points for Ohio State, but yes, back to your point, the two-time All-American Riley Rader, unavailable today. She's wearing a boot on her lower right leg. So Ragler has picked her up in the last 2 matches. Bishop gives it up off the double block, and Michigan can't get it out of their own half. Ragler and Thorpe were right there on that left side.
Scrappiness from Michigan State, but just unable to keep the ball in play. The effort was there, though.
Now it's a 3-0 scoring run. The script flipped. And it curls inbounds off the serve. 2 aces on this service trip for Londot.
And 3 aces total for Londot.
Michigan State, they were roaring out of the gates to start this second frame.
They came out really strong to get things going, and then Ohio State slowly has started inching their way back into this first set, due in large part to Emily Londot. She's had 2 aces so far in the second set, but Michigan State did exactly what they wanted to do. They called a timeout to try to break Ohio State's scoring run, and they found success with that. Now leading by 5.
And Grace Kelly continues to provide that jolt off Julia Bishop's 10th assist. And Bishop is closing in on 1K in that category. Here's a serve by Cameron Berger, the freshman setter out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Kelly and Berger converge and collide, and Thorpe has the roll shot.
A little bit of miscommunication from Michigan State. We'll get another look at it. The roll shot, they dive directly into each other to miss that one, and it's just what the Buckeyes needed. Followed up, however, by a service error. If we look at service errors, pretty balanced on both sides. Each team has 4 so far throughout the match.
That's one of the bigger keys coming into this one, service pressure.
Service pressure, Ohio State has 3 aces, all of the aces from Emily Londot.
And now the 5th service error for Michigan State. So maybe one of the bigger trends we're seeing now coming at the service line.
I'd say so, definitely. And which side can apply more pressure?
Lauren Murphy to serve, most aces in the conference, and she almost got another, but an incredible effort by Aaliyah Moore crashing into the seats, and here she comes back. Tapped down by Kulig, and the hit limit is exceeded. The double block of Kulig and Hold'em, and it holds the potential Ohio State point. Kulig now with a game-high 4 blocks. 6'4" middle out of Poland. Club teammates with Karolina Staniszewska. Chelsea Thorpe steps into it. Denied by MacArthur. Here's a joust, and MacArthur wins the battle. It's been MacArthur's park up front for the Charlotte transfer, and it's 14-8.
Each team only has one timeout left, so the Buckeyes, while they're trailing by 6 points, have to be strategic with when they use this second timeout.
A diving dig by Kulig. The slide play by Brandewie, and she caps it off. Well, Susanna Kulig gave it everything she had, but Brandewie, off-balance runner, got it inbounds. Hold'em ranges back, and it's a little bit too strong. So Ohio State with back-to-back points, and Brandewie getting hands there on Hold'em. That was a player that Jen Flynn Oldenburg says that her voice continues to increase as the season's gone on in year number one.
Definitely, and you know, as we talked about, she said there are so many leaders on this team, and it's all about becoming more confident and comfortable with one another. And once that chemistry continues to build, there are even leaders forming on the bench.
You'd have to assume, Hannah, with both these squads as young as they are, the longer the season goes on, the more vocal everybody gets. That has to be an advantage if you're either team.
Most definitely, and you know, it's a bummer because they'll probably be in that perfect spot when the season ends. But that's what happens in a building year when you have a young team.
And Brandewie, an example of that youth, gets her third kill. Of course, Ohio State, they're coming off their first Elite Eight finish for the first time since 2004. Hold'em, dug away by McClure. The tip, a pancake save by McClure. Lundot tips it, and Lundot finishes. Anna McClure goes all the way down to keep it alive, and Ohio State wins the point.
Anna McClure was smiling ear to ear on that one. We're going to get another look at it. Dives down to pancake it, gets her fourth dig so far of the game. She's been very impressive. She's come on strong here in these last few matches.
Ragler from point blank. And Ohio State's within two. The Spartans call TO, and a 3-0 scoring run now for Ohio State. Michigan State was once on the cameras. You'll meet the crew as the match goes on. And Amani MacArthur continues to impress. She's got a team-high 8 kills. Michigan State continues to out-hit Ohio State 236 to 158. But the key, the service errors. That's the 6th for MSU. In comes Lauren Murphy. Out goes Anna McClure. She had a strong spurt in there as one of the DS's. Had that major pancake for dinner. And Tuman with a long serve, a little bit too strong. 17-14 Michigan State.
I could see what she was going for. That back line was wide open. It was just a little too strong.
Yosia sends it away. Tuman looking for assist number 17. She's got it. And Londot racks up kill number 12.
Buckeyes are within 2 thanks to this huge swing from Londot. As you said, 12 kills. She's hitting .231. But let's look at her other stat categories. She has an assist. She has 3 aces. 6 digs. She's tied for the most digs with Tuman, and a block. So she touches just about every stat category.
Londot stuffing the stat sheet, and Thorpe and Murphy stuffing the Spartans there. Grace Kelly couldn't get it to fall.
Beautiful block by the Buckeyes, and just like that, they're 1 point away from tying things up. They have slowly but surely inched their way back into this second set.
Once down 10-2 in the second, they're a point from tying. Thorpe will not do so. No contact at the pin, and it's out of bounds. You can see all four officials looking at each other to decide whether there was contact.
And you know, it's interesting because for a moment it seemed like the Buckeyes had motioned that there was contact, but they must not have been too confident because they didn't use a challenge card. And each team has 2 challenge cards to use through the first 4 sets. If you use them both, you do get awarded a 3rd challenge for the 5th set.
And Thorpe recorrects there with the kill. But we have not seen any green challenge cards yet.
We have not. You know, that might be a testament to great officiating.
And it is, of course, the first referee, Charles Fleet and company. Cameron Berger comes over, but can't corral it, and we've got a tied set at 18.
Ohio State has put themselves in a great position. They still have 1 timeout left when Michigan State has none. They have used them both tied up.
Ragler for the lead. Brandewie finishes it off. 19-18, Ohio State in the driver's seat for the first time this frame.
For the first time, that is crazy that it took them to this point, but goes to show that they were not going to give up on this first set, even though they were down 8 points in the beginning.
Yosia got it away with the overhand. And it's met in the back by Hold'em. Here's Moore. Punched away by Thorpe. Berger to Moore. Double block Buckeyes. That was Murphy and Brandewie. Berger recalibrates. And here comes Tuman. Brandewie, whistle, and an Ohio State point.
Michigan State was in the net. Just not an ideal time to get a violation call like that.
So an illegal block there up front. And it's a 3-point OSU lead. Here's Zaria Ragler. Team high 5 blocks today. Aaliyah Moore off the tip and on the floor. Aaliyah Moore 3rd on the team in kills and blocks. Picks up the kill. Spartans within 2. They're down 1-0. Brandewie had it turned back. Behind the back by Brandewie once more. Back pass for Moore. Londot pings it alive, and Murphy flips it over. To extend the lead, Murphy snuffed out by Berger. From 10 feet out, Hold'em strikes it over. Londot from long range. Capped alive by Berger. Here's Brandewie. Right there to block it was Yosia. And it's off the double block for Taylor Hold'em. Long rally won by the Spartans.
Another one of the best rallies that we have seen so far. But Taylor Hold'em able to seal the deal. She gets her 5th kill on the night. She also has 5 digs, an ace, and a block. So she's our other Big Ten Freshman of the Week, and she's proving that she also deserved that honor.
The two conference frosh dueling today. Here she is again, and it's inbounds for Taylor Hold'em. Spartans within one, now tie it up here in the second. The Buckeyes call timeout, and Taylor Hold'em tight ropes the sideline.
That was a beautiful kill, a perfect line shot for Hold'em to get her 6th kill. And she played volleyball. She was best known for softball, though. She was a great softball pitcher for our high school.
Two-sport athlete. Casey Ackenberger, full-time strength coach in her 5th year.
Wow.
Here's Thorpe. Off the block and down. Ohio State back in front. What was your top sport?
Basketball. Basketball was my top. I did play volleyball too, though. Volleyball, basketball, and softball. So a little bit of everything.
One for each season.
Yes.
Berger, the team's leader in assists. Hold'em strikes one wide. Lauren Murphy to serve. Berger lifts it up, and Hold'em's got it to fall off of Sarah Sue Morbitzer and into the crowd. Taylor Hold'em with 7 kills. Are you kind of getting a sense that this one's going to be tight?
I am. I'm getting that sense, and you wouldn't have predicted that when it started out. So they definitely caught us by surprise here to finish out this second set.
As large as an 8-1 run for Michigan State. Tuman gives it up, and Brandley slides it through. Set point coming up again.
And again, in Covelli Center fashion, all of the fans get on their feet. The student section waving their shoes around in the air. But hey, it worked when they did that to close out set 1, so they're going to give it another go.
Berger, cross court, Hold'em's got it to go. When the chips are down, give it to Hold'em. Michigan State looking to complete the comeback and try and win their 8th set in their last 9. Ohio State looking to take a 2-0 lead. Free ball, and it's jousted down by MacArthur and Hold'em. We're tied up at 24.
Whoever's going to win has to win by 2, so now they're going for 26.
Ohio State loads up 4 in the back row to receive the Bishop serve. The overpass to Londa. Bishop goes to work. MacArthur had it met at the tape. Brandewee slides, spikes, and finishes.
You couldn't have written that up any more perfect. That was the best slide I've seen so far tonight.
Right off of Yosia. It's set point once more. Morbitzer serves. Yosia digs. A block by Lunda, and set 2 belongs to the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes with a huge comeback to secure set 2. They now have taken.
Was the one who made that stop.
You know, I hope everyone listening isn't tired of us saying her name yet, because we're not done. It's hard not to talk about Londot when she plays as fiercely as she does.
Your annual set reminder, she leads the Big Ten in kills and points. Michigan State paced by Taylor Hold'em, 9th in the Big Ten in that category as a freshman. Bishop pushes it for Duzema, and Morbitzer falls to the deck to clean it up. And Mia Tumen trying to tap it to her left. A little too much, and it's wide left. Maybe this is good for Michigan State. They took the first two set 1 and set 2 points. Ohio State scored first in the third. Maybe this is what Michigan State needs to rewrite the script.
You could be right. That is a pattern that we noticed throughout the first 2 sets, was how strong Michigan State started out, but they weren't able to hold Ohio State throughout the whole set.
Kelly, dug out by Taylor. Lundut goes up, and Yosia with a dig, but Lundut pummels it past her. 2-1 Ohio State. That's 13 kills for Lundut. She's got a double-double again.
Yosia did just about everything she could to get under that. When it's coming at you that hard, she stood still, she took the pass, but it still bounced off of her so far that it went out of bounds, and that's just the struggle of going against Emily Lundut on the attack.
Grace Kelly pins it against the double block of Murphy and Ragler. We're tied up at 2. Mia Tumen leading the way in assists with 23. She's got 6 digs to go with that. And Kelly coming off the bench with 4 kills on 8 swings. The give and go, and a one-handed save by Yosia. Here's Murphy, and it's off the duo. 3-2 Buckeyes. Lauren Murphy utilizing her length to pick up kill number 1.
Yeah, believe it or not, that is her first kill, but Lauren Murphy has done her job defensively with 4 blocks, leading the way for the Buckeyes, along with Zaria Ragler, who has 5.
4th ace for Emily Lundut today. Her stat stuffing sheet night continues. Bishop right in front, lays it back for Duzema. Tumen stops it. Bishop finds some open space, and she splits the double team of Morbitzer and Ragler. The strong vision there from Bishop.
It's great placement. Ohio State tried to get underneath it. Everyone diving to the center there, but just not able to make it happen.
Cameron Berger looking to equalize. In front, Thorpe denied. Zuzana Kulig there yet again with Aaliyah Moore at her side. That is now Kulig's 5th block. Hannah, she's been magnetic up front for the Spartans.
She has, and that's what you have to do when you're going against a really strong offensive team like Ohio State, but she has held her own at the net.
There's a joust. Kelly tapped it down. Lundut saved it. And a double hit at the net for OSU. Now, we've mentioned her name a lot, but have not really broken her down. Nalani Yosia has been all over the floor today in the back row for Michigan State.
She's been outstanding. She has 12 digs so far tonight and an assist. She's really scrappy, so we see her all over the court, but she plays really cool, calm, and collected, which I like about her. And if you watch her play, she doesn't get too worked up when she has these huge swings coming at her. She stays low. She has really great form. And I think that's part of what makes her such a solid, steady addition to the back row.
That ace from Cameron Berger, a freshman. And she's the team's leader in assists in a crowded center room. She gives it up for Kelly. Hands at the net, and it touches down for a Michigan State point, and that expands the Sparty run to 5 straight points. Well, the first set was tight all the way through. Second set had spurts of separation, tight down the stretch. Buckeyes won both. Free ball, Ragler hung up right off the tape by Kulig. Thorpe had it denied, and Kulig's got her 6th rejection today. Timeout, Jen Flynn-Oldenburg and Ohio State. Susanna Kulig has been all over it. Aaliyah Moore right with her 2.
Ohio State now down 4, but nothing they haven't seen before so far tonight. Great time to regroup her team.
Flynn-Oldenburg said before this match, that's what this team responds to, adversity.
And they have definitely had their fair share of adversity so far tonight. They have had to come down. They were down 10-2 to start out the second set and were able to come back. And, you know, as we said, they're without Riley Rader. They're playing with a newer mix of players out there, but they are fighting through, as we see, fighting right there, closing the gap, and really, they have fought so hard to come out on top. 2-0 so far, looking to take this match in a 3-set sweep.
Cameron Berger funnels it up. Aaliyah Moore strikes it off the double block. Michigan State, their hitting percentage has fallen below 200, but they've gotten 26 assists scattered around 5 different players and 30 kills. Ohio State with 30 as well. Over pass to Hold'em, right over top the hands of Tuman. 10-5, the Spartans take the lead.
If we look at the attack game, it's been pretty even so far. We get another look at that beautiful placement. But the Spartans have 31 kills so far. Ohio State has 30.
And Kulig's got another block. 7 for her now.
She has 7 blocks. The team has 8. So that just goes to show you how involved she is in the blocking game.
Morbitzer digs up the serve. Back to Londot, and it's inbounds for the kill. 10 feet out, no problem for Londot.
No problem, and that's what I was saying. They set her up almost just as much in the back row as they do in the front, so there's no bad spot on the court for Londot. She'll make it work.
She now has 4 straight matches with a double-double. 14 kills and 13 digs tonight. Lauren Murphy back to the service strip. And Brandewie lunges it past Moore. Eloise Brandewie with 7 kills now. That's second on the team. She's coming off a career-high 11. She gets hands on it there. Londot calls off Morbitzer. Yosia with a high dig. Berger leads Hold'em in front. Morbitzer scrounges to keep it alive. Yosia the bump pass. Hold'em rises and strikes it out of bounds. At Ohio State point, they've cut the Michigan State lead to 3.
I want to shout out Sarah Sue Morbitzer there for that diving dig she had to keep it in play.
For Jen Flynn-Oldenburg in the Pittsburgh area. And there's a look at the 4th-year head coach, former All-American at Ohio State, an All-Big Ten setter. And she has set new bounds at Ohio State with this program as the head coach. Hold'em. And she interferes with the nylon.
And that goes right back to what I was saying, you know, what does Michigan State need to do? And it's limit errors like that. We've seen them in the net, double hits, illegal blocks. If they can limit those errors, they'll keep the lead that they're wanting to have. But Buckeyes fighting back, another ace for Ohio State. That one goes to Lauren Murphy. That's her first ace of the day, but the Buckeyes have 5.
And 32nd of the season, she has the most aces in conference play by any player in the Big Ten. An ace here could tie it.
Her serve is so tricky because it drops. It looks like a float serve, and then it drops.
And Thorpe's got the game-tying block. Five-0 scoring run. And right before Murphy got that second serve away, Michigan State calls timeout. Perhaps they saw conference. And the OVC as well, with Southern Illinois University Edwardsville. And Brandewie gives the Buckeyes the lead. 8 kills for the freshman.
She's hitting .389. She is the best hitting percentage for Ohio State tonight.
And Murphy bullets it over the end line, tied up at 12. You talk about Eloise Brandewie, she's coming off a career-high 11 kills for the second time this season on Saturday. And you talk about another career day, Zuzana Cooling, 7 blocks. And she's got an ace to boot. Played in the top tier of volleyball in Poland. Thorpe from long distance, tipped at the net. The overpass to Hold'em, and it's down. Hold'em sneaks it past Emily Londot. Spartans in front.
We're gonna see it again. Emily Londot was a little bit still on her feet there, unsure which way it was going.
I think it was the contact at the net that might have made that happen.
Thrown her off a little bit, yes. It can be deceiving when the contact at the net happens.
Tuman dishes. Thorpe collects it. Tied up at 13 as Thorpe picks up kill number 7.
An assist number 25 for freshman Mia Tuman.
She's 5th in the Big Ten in assists per set. Well over 770 in her first year. Berger, another freshman setter, finds Hold'em, and they link up to give Michigan State a regained 14-13 lead.
Just tips right between the blockers there. Really smart placement.
Berger now has 10 assists, 12 for Bishop, 6 for Meisinger. London has it Karam off the block and down. A wonky bounce, and we're tied up at 14.
She hit that one in front of the 10-foot line. That was such a powerful cut she had on that swing. Tied things up again. I mean, things cannot be any closer, and they always hit this.
Well, it's Taylor Hold'em. She took that ricochet, and she's talking things over now with Leah Johnson.
Looks like she's smiling. So that's a good sign. Hopefully she'll be able to remain in the game.
And she's being tended to by athletic trainer Shantisha Pruitt. And there's another look at what got Hold'em there. And she's going to stay out there. So great to see. She's been one of the stars on the outsides for Michigan State all season long. From Christchurch, New Zealand.
That goes to show her strength, because I can imagine that wouldn't feel too good to take a hit
Zaria
from Emily
Ragler
Londa.
and Amani MacArthur going at it in the middle. And it's on the outsides where Hold'em collects it. And great to see Hold'em okay. It appears to be so. Picks up another kill.
Now she's behind the service line. Keeping things close again, tied up again. Now Michigan State has already used both their timeouts in this second set. If they need a challenge, they still have 2 challenge cards remaining, as does Ohio State, and a timeout. So
if you need a break, Hannah, do you get strategic by using the challenge card?
So, you know, that's what I was thinking. And the thing is, you would have to make sure it was a somewhat challengeable call, because if not, they would review it in a half a second and then go right back to gameplay. But, you know, you definitely can do that if you need a break.
Zaria Ragler sure does it there. She's got the kill again. 16-15 Ohio State. Neck and neck we go between the Spartans and the Buckeyes. Just over the outstretched arms of MacArthur.
And again, if we look at stats, things are still pretty even throughout. 36 kills for the Buckeyes, 34 kills for the Spartans.
And MacArthur pounces on it. Team high 13 for MacArthur. She's hitting 600 as well.
That's impressive. Really only had 1 error so far and 10 kills.
That's how Ohio State regains the lead. Yosia just comes up empty at the top of the tee.
You know, it's tough because you want to be aggressive and be strategic with your serves, but at the same time, you don't want to hand away any free points when it's this neck and neck and you're Michigan State and this is a must-win third set.
And Londot's got ace number 5. A season high 5 aces for Londot. Most since 4 on November 26th of last year against Wisconsin. Duzema had one dug out by Tumen.
And what a dig it was.
Here's Stanishevska. Tumen with a 2-hand save. Murphy, it's in.
Murphy with the kill. The assist goes to Sarah Sue Morbitzer, who stepped up with a great set.
And Morbitzer, for being the libero, she's got 17 assists over her last 5 affairs.
It's important to be able to fill that role as well. She does a great job, very versatile player.
Bishop to the outsides, and Duzema connects. Of course, we talked with that 6-2 formation for Michigan State. That means more hitters up front. And Duzema picks up that kill. Yosia up for a sliding Stanishevska. Kulig. And it's almost kept alive, but Kulig's got the kill. Ragler almost ping-ponged it over once more.
Did everything they could to try to keep that one in play, but they have still kept their lead. Holding to a 1-point advantage. Ragler
Berger to Staniszewska for the tie. She's got it. We're knotted up at 19 apiece in the third. Michigan State looking for its first lead in a long time, and Kulig makes that true. 3-0, now 4-0 run for Sparty.
Buckeyes still have that one timeout, and you start to wonder, when are they going to utilize it? I don't think yet. I think they're going to try to even things up, which they did. But it's good to know that they have it in their back pocket if they do need it.
We talked about free points and not giving those up late in sets. That was early on. It sets up Zaria Ragler to serve. Aaliyah Moore hits the double block. And Moore puts Michigan State back in front. Mano e mano. Ohio State took set one 25-22. Extra points in the second, 26-24. Michigan State up 21-20. Thorpe got it to fall. Give Emily Lundot the assist. Corner to pin or tie.
I love what I've seen from Chelsea Thorpe for the Buckeyes. 8 kills now. She's extremely aggressive, and look at the energy she brings. And you need energy like that when it is so close, neck and neck at the end of a set, which it has been.
Hold'em explodes. MSU in front once more. But you're right, you need to have a lot of that energy late in these stages.
You do, and I think both sides really have it. And I think Michigan State knows that this is a must-win. However, they can't seem to limit their errors. That now 10 service errors to Ohio State 6. So when you start to have a gap like that, it makes a difference, especially when each set has been so close. And when we look at aces, Ohio State has 6, while Michigan State only has 3. So those differences start to add up.
Sydney Taylor the service. MacArthur couldn't sneak it in. 23-22 Ohio State. And that's the first time the challenge card comes out. We had been waiting all match long for it. There's that challengeable call that you were alluding to earlier.
They're at 8's point. But as we've said, if anything, that challenge gave Michigan State's team a time to get together and regroup. And if they need it, they still have another challenge to use.
You see MacArthur, Berger, and Hold'em overloading that left pin side. Hold'em's got it. And it's kept off the deck by Taylor. Lunda. And a diving dig by Staniszewska. Tooman a joust. Lunda a spike. And it hits the down ref in Harasimowicz. We're tied at 23. Julia Bishop to serve it away. 14 assists and a pair of digs. Morbitzer with 10 plus now. The tip. A spike by Hold'em. Rejected. She tries it again. Brandewee and Tooman there. And the point belongs to the Buckeyes. It's match point. Did they get MacArthur there?
They did. She went over the net on her block.
Hold'em. Off the double block. We're tied up at 24. You gotta win by 2. We're going to extras for the second straight set.
We saw it tied up at 24 in the second set as well. Buckeyes were able to come out on top.
Zaria Ragler comes up empty. 25-24, Michigan State's got set point. Timeout, Ohio State. The Buckeyes have set number 3. Michigan State needs a point to keep this match alive. Buckeyes looking to come back and sweep. Here's a free ball. Two-hand touch by Staniszewska. Landat to keep it alive. And we're tied back up at 25. Oh, the Spartans were just so close to get it out of their own half.
They were, and it looked like they were doing everything right. Diving efforts to keep it in play.
You want drama, you want high stakes, you got it. MacArthur, out of bounds. Match point, upcoming.
And now it's time for the fans to get on their feet once again.
It's Mia Tumen with 28 assists and 10 digs, back-to-back double-doubles for the freshman. Bishop keeps it alive. And they say it hit the antenna, but we play on. Staniszewska, out of bounds, and Ohio State sweeps Michigan State. Their 6th straight set victory of the year.
What an exciting night for the Buckeyes. 3-set victory, and they fought hard to the end. Ohio State was led by Emily Landat, 6.
समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे, झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे, झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे। ना मिली मजा तो खूब गोरियाई रे, ना मिली मजा तो खूब गोरियाई रे। हमारा मिली हार जाई रे, तोरा जैसा ढेर हमारा मिली हार जाई रे, तोरा जैसा ढेर हमारा मिली हार जाई रे। झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे, झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे, भतार तोर भतार तोर भतार तोर खाई रे।
म्यूजिक बाय सुकेश राय।
झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे, केतन भतार लगे बनबे पवित्र, जान जाई सब तोरा का पावे भीतर, जान जाई सब तोरा का पावे भीतर। केतन भतार लगे बनबे पवित्र, जान जाई सब तोरा का पावे भीतर। सुन जे बिहारी से ते करबे ना सगाई रे, सुन जे बिहारी से ते करबे ना सगाई रे, जाति सुकेश जी से करबे ना सगाई रे। झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे, झूठ समान तो भतार तोर खाई रे।
सत्यम रिकॉर्डिंग स्टूडियो खोरी पाकर।